Hey everybody, Roxabox90 here, back with some more story trailer speculation rather than spoilers themselves. We already have a spoiler video up discussing tons of new cards that were revealed over the weekend, including a flip Avacyn, multicolor Avacyn, Archangel Avacyn, Avacyn the Purifier. Really stunning artwork, I must say. She is wow, just wow, all around. But in this video, we're going to delve more into the thematic story elements rather than the card itself. Right before we do, quick news update. April banning. Sounds like they're going to be banning part of the Eldrazi modern decks. Likely going to be Eye of Ugin. So for those of you who are or have been putting together those decks, or have that card lying around and or have a couple of the Eldrazi cards lying around, you don't know what to do with it. My personal opinion, what I'm doing is I'm getting rid of my Eye of Ugins because I think it is very likely that is the worst enabler for the Eldrazi decks. I think it's worse than Temple most of the time. It also allows for ridiculous plays with Eldrazi Mimic, and it's also the much more expensive difficult card to get, and if Wizards had to pick one of the two, I think they would pick Eye of Ugin overall. So that would be the one that, I just got rid of my copy. If you guys want to do that, go for it. That's just my perspective on it. And I don't think they're going to try to completely remove the deck. That's one way to make the deck a little bit less ridiculous. Okay, flavor-wise, Arlen Cord. Let's start off with her first. She is likely going to be a flip werewolf planeswalker, which is awesome. I also like how she is a very unusual face posture character because you don't have necessarily tremendous diversity of races in terms of the planeswalkers. They tend to be more human related, but for her, she is a werewolf, which is very unusual. And I like how, as you'll see when we get to the artwork, her story is, I like how she's not stereotypical werewolf. She's not likely to be a red-green walker. Why? Because she is a unique gift. She realized that she was a werewolf, and she fought against her change. She studied to become an Archangel of Gold Knight, and she hid her curse until one night she ended up killing a bunch of hierarchs, and she rampaged through the woods, and she was, she's fighting with herself. She's a civilized, structured person who is losing control of her animal self, and her goal is to overcome it and to use the werewolf form to combat natural magic, but in a positive way. And I like that the artwork, which is very white-red, not red-green, gives that sense of order, but then also the chaos of the red of the walker, of the werewolf. And I think that's something that it's very likely based on the artwork and based on her story. She's probably going to be a red-white flip walker. Maybe white on her human side, red on her werewolf side, or even multicolor overall. I don't know, but that's what I'm thinking, and I really like what they've done with her so far. I can't wait to see more. Then, this was just revealed. Boom. Looks like Soren is unmaking, if you guys know the card, unmaking Avacyn. And it looks like her wings are bloodied. She's definitely messed up somehow. And he's undoing her, is what it looks like. Tamiyo is over here, as well as Jace, who looks like he's limping / falling. And as you'll see in the trailer, he's definitely feeling an impact being on Innistrad. Maybe even he was twisted or damaged himself. I would much prefer, personally, a black-blue Jace to a blue Jace. I'd rather have Tamiyo come back and then have a multicolor black-blue Jace and maybe a mono-blue Tamiyo in the block. And Soren as well, looks like he's kind of frustrated and upset, as well as some of the cards we discussed. The flavor-wise, he seems to know that Nahiri is, something went on between the two of them, and he seems very frustrated, not really understanding why she's going this far. But let's jump into the trailer. I'll do what I did before. Links down below in the description. You guys can check out yourself. This is purely just, I'm going to pause. You're not going to hear the video. It's just to discuss what I'm seeing in the video and what I think is going on. And the main thing, the overarching plot plan, I think what they're doing with this is that Nahiri is coming to Innistrad to set up Soren in a similar boat that she had to deal with. I believe, as we'll see throughout the trailer, I think the trailer as well as her anger, that she is going to try to bring Emrakul to the plane of Innistrad. After, I don't know if it's her who's fully responsible, maybe someone else or something else behind the scenes, hopefully not just Nicol Bolas, because it's usually the answer of behind the scenes-ness. But hopefully she's definitely messing around with the world itself. We see a lot of her statues and her lithomancy stuff throughout the trailer and the world, and she's definitely heavily involved. I think bringing Emrakul back and having Emrakul be either attracting her to the moon of Innistrad, and then I don't know if maybe lock Emrakul in the moon so that Soren has this constant threat over his world. I don't know what exactly her plan would be that way. We'll have to see. But anyway, this reminds me of Ghost Quarter with this little wagon in the middle. And the church itself reminds me, the stained glass reminds me of Endless Ranks of the Dead. Here it looks like the stone warping from Nahiri. Something's wrong with the world, says Jace. No shoot, Jace. Nothing's going wrong here with gravity twisting. But yeah, you've traveled here. Jace has traveled to try to figure out what's going on. So this is a card was just revealed. This is Tamio's tome, and Jace finds within it. He's trying to figure out what's going on exactly. It sounds like Avacyn has gone mad. Question is, has Nahiri gone mad? And if Avacyn's gone mad, is Nahiri responsible for that, or is someone else responsible? We don't know. Be interesting. I mean, this is pretty obvious. I'm hoping that Wizards tries to push the story envelope a little bit so it's not as obvious as we're seeing, but this is what we're reading so far here. But yeah, it definitely sounds like the plane is messed up, and Jace himself is worried about being consumed as a telepath and as someone who's kind of understanding what's going on with the world. So he said the source of evil must be found. This looks it could just be the clouds, but it does look very tentacle-ish. Possibly Emrakul, or maybe some other kind of huge Cthulhu monster. Something is consuming Jace, potentially Black Blue Jace, maybe? Jace having some actual conflict, please? This also looks like some kind of summoning situation for... you have the lithomancy stones, so maybe they're trying to summon something gigantic. It looks very like tentacles. Eldrazi, Emrakul. Definitely some weird stuff going on, and most importantly, it looks like the angels have been twisted and turned into fallen angels. This is a really creepy scene and awesome. They fly on bloodstained wings. And now is the creepy part, guys. This madness. Avacyn is messed up. And we'll have to find out why, because there's no real hint about why she's messed up, besides for the obvious messing around with Innistrad, but something is going on, and I'm really excited to see what it is that could bring down the whole world so easily and so quickly. What do you guys think of all this speculation, all this stuff? Do you guys appreciate where the story's going? Do you have additional ideas, that things I maybe missed, things you think I would want to hear about, discuss? Let me know down below in the comment section, and if you enjoyed the video, please tap the like button. If you're new to the channel, check in and subscribe. As always, Roxabox90 signing out. I'll see you guys next time.